I don't know how many times I'm gonna do this, but I'm always gonna start my streams on mute. So I've literally been going for like 5+ minutes easily. How are you guys? Wow, I can't believe I did that for another 5+ minutes to start my stream. I'm the king of that, I must say. So, lubed and filmed alpacas are going in tonight to the rebuild. I cannot find the standoff for the OLED from when I desoldered this board a week and a half ago, so yeah, fun stuff. Gotta maybe rig something up myself tonight, so we'll see if we can do that. But how are you guys? How are you guys out there tonight? Oh, because these are filmed. These are going to be a little tougher to get in. Probably something, that's what she said, somewhere in there. Chilling, soldering along. Nice. What are you soldering? What do you got on the docket for tonight? Like I said, I'm gonna do this, and then if I feel like getting around to it, got the resin printed Littlefoot, which I think would be fun. So maybe knock out 2 builds tonight, but this requires diodes, switches, Pro Micro. Darth, you're watching a movie with your oldest. Nice. How old is your oldest, if you don't mind sharing? I'm always curious to hear. Some connectors on a bunch of PCBs. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, those are fun, right? As you said, nice and tiny soldering. Goes there. This one goes over here. 5. Fun. Yeah, it's our 2-year-old is sick. She's got a fever, so she was cranky tonight. Gave her some Motrin, put her to sleep, try and make her feel better. I want to watch the first Transformers movie. So only the good one. That's the only good one, so that's the good news. I don't particularly care for number 2 or 3 or how many ever they ended up getting to. I don't know why these don't want to stay in. I may have to do the traditional solder a corner and then yeah. And while I'm at it, growing pains you think had you with your baby? No, I think she's just 2 and got sick from someone at daycare. That's what I think. But I will say apologies for not streaming a little bit more over the last 2 weeks or so, dealing with my own mental health issues, trying to get myself squared away, you know, so apologies in advance, but should be a little more regular soon, a little more back to normal. Like I said, I've got some fun stuff coming up. If I do the Littlefoot tonight, maybe do, I've got the space. I'm building the space tomorrow for, what's his name? BB? Not Dee BB. But that should be fun. Looking forward to building that. My youngest wasn't, which is 2 as well, isn't feeling well. Yeah. Yeah, we weren't sure, and then we did the old check the temperature, and she had a small fever. Nothing crazy, but we were like, oh, okay, well, let's give you some Motrin, make you feel better, and you get some sleep. That was the goal. Alright, let's pull this guy out. I think he's causing the problem. But I had this issue. I think this plate, and I don't have a concern about the group buy plates, but this one I think is slightly warped. And I think that's part of the issue. Bent pen. I'll just put you to the side. Don't need no stinking bent pins, right? Yeah, I think it's either the plate or... That's weird. Okay, let's do the corners. As you guys see, rocking the Pearl tonight on the main PC. I still really like the Pearl. It's such a great board. There we go. Okay, we were having some issues here. That was strange. I still think we will towards the middle. This plate, like I said, it's hard to see. This plate is ever so slightly bowed in the center. Just ever so slightly. But like I said, this is not a group buy plate, so I'm not as concerned with this one. And then as I was showing earlier on mute, I'm going to go with the black and white tonight. We're going to go back to paperwork on here. GMK paperwork, I think that's the answer with the polycard board. Looks good. But I'm excited to use these alpacas. I've used silence before. Silent alpacas, they were nice. And I'm switching it up. Normally I do a silent switch in the spacebar. I'm going to do just a regular alpaca here too. Paperwork's like cheating with any board. It's just too good. It's true. Took a torch to copper plate the other day to make it pretty colors, and it also made it butter soft. Interesting. So straight up just torched your entire plate? Oh, excuse me. Got some of that pizza coming back. Ugh. Yeah, now these are fitting. Okay, so I guess for when you build yours, do the corners. Do the corners first. It's just the easiest way. Because like I said, I think that sometimes the plates aren't perfect. But it's been weird. I haven't been using the Ocean for like 2 weeks now. Been using that SP Mini that I built. That board is so good. Yep, it was a mini USB plate from Rain. Man, Rain's been on fire lately. All the stuff he's putting out. It's pretty insane. Happy for him. It's good for the community. It's good for everybody. Speaking of community, had a guy on Reddit today tell me that that brass and linears don't go together, and that anybody who does that's basically an idiot, that only tactile should go on brass plate, and that it was a fact, not an opinion, it was a fact that was true. That was pretty funny. All because someone posted their GMMK Pro with brass plate and Gateron inks, and he felt the need to interject, apparently. Tried lots of chemicals to force a patina and didn't get much pulled out of the torch, so. Yeah, I'm not big on the patina stuff, Yerf, but again, that's the fun part, is you can do whatever you want in this hobby. I don't know why this one's giving me trouble. There we go. But again, if you like it, that's what matters, not what I care. And Mac, you joke, but that's basically what he said. He was basically like, oh, it has to be a long stem or a long pole tactile. That's the only way it sounds good on brass, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, just give it a rest. Put whatever we want on there. There we go. Alright, got all the corners. Oh, I keep forgetting those two. Got all the corners kind of secured. Doesn't it just raise the pitch of the switch? It can, yeah. It depends though, because like my Pearl doesn't sound that high pitched, but I know that the Ocean picks up like 1 or 2 pitches higher, not much. It's really not noticeable. So it all depends. And I don't think you can go wrong with Holy Bobas in the brass plate. I think that'll sound good. So, like I said, you guys do what you want. Experiment. I like linears. I have some tactiles. I've been using the limbos and the lubed limbos and the SP Mini, which highly suggest those now. They're actually a very enjoyable switch. I wasn't sure if they would be or not, but definitely suggest that. This will be a Reddit expert. Clearly has experience. He's been in the hobby since like April. Yeah, he was trying to shit on a bunch of people too, which is funny. Just like I said, do what makes you happy. Stop trying to freaking impress everybody. What was funny though too is he was like, "Oh, I was gonna purchase the Ocean, but now I'm not." And I'm like, "Buddy, if you were gonna purchase it, you would have done it already. Today's the 15th. You would have gotten paid." A lot of people think 40s are toxic. We can be, but we're not. We don't like really mean it. But all the normies are like super toxic towards each other. Yeah, numpad. God, I need my numpad. Give me numpad. Well, I'm working on a full size, so you may actually get your numpad sooner rather than later. Police van and DCS spike ball first. Then I'll work on the full size. Oh, this one's been soldered before. Nice silver silver pins. But I knew that. TJ told me that some had been desoldered previously. I don't mind. It just means they're worn in. I have no idea what this smooth-ass jazz that is in the background is happening, but it's not normally my style. I always suggest people get a separate numpad, but that's just me. I only need about 10% of my work shift. Yeah, I don't need one. My wife does, but I got her a separate one, so she's, like I said before, she's rocking an NK60, the Novel Keys Milkshake Edition, the 65, NK65, right? And a KBD Fans numpad, so she's got it in good shape. And that numpad's actually really nice. White, E-coated white, brass plate. Good heft to it. It's a nice little numpad. She doesn't even know how good she has it. I don't like that switch. The pins look like they got cut. I don't know what happened to that switch. But good news, I might knock out the Ocean really fast. I can think about doing the diodes afterwards on the Littlefoot. Of course, I have not programmed the Littlefoot at all. I haven't had a chance to really mess with it. Alright. There's those. Alright, let's get to soldering. hopefully all these should work. There should be no issues. I got so frustrated typing on a 75% without a numpad. I mapped one right under the right-hand home row and then never touched the num row again. Yeah, that's trying to convince the wife to do that. She hasn't done that yet. But it's funny, like with the SP Mini, I actually use like a mix of both of like the num row and not. It just depends how I'm feeling. Like putting in my password for the computer, super easy, just use layers. But if I'm like, there's a couple of numbers I gotta type out in succession, I'll probably just use the num row up top. But what's funny is because those are out of position, it's a little harder than normal, so it's good discipline actually. That's why I think the SP Mini is like perfect trainer style 40, if you will. Like I know we have the training wheel 40, but instead of doing like the crazy big mods, you're still keeping the semicolon, or what I turn into quote, on home row, on row 3, and you get your numbers if you need them plus some extra keys. I hope Blind considers doing that board as the non-split too. I think that would be a big seller if you could do that. I Met Your Mother. Wait, no, it's 40s. Yeah. This is because some of these have been soldered before, man, they just go so much easier. I love it. Alright, making good progress here. Sorry, y'all. I am in the zone at the moment. Oh, yeah. That was easy and fast. That's definitely what she said. One more row. Wow, this is really fast tonight. Holy shnikes. But like I said, the OLED's going to be the issue. I just can't believe, I don't know where I put that stupid OLED. And it's gonna bother the hell out of me. Because it was set up ready to go. That's alright. Almost done here. Three more switches. This is hauling ass. Holy shit. Let's go. Oh, this is an ugly solder job. I think this pin was bent and I didn't realize it. Yeah, should be okay though. Solder board. So the OLED's not bad, Darth. It's just 4 pins basically, but you got to solder them on each side. I got to look into printing I'll call it a stand. I got to look into printing something like a little piece that'll go out with each board, so that it'll make it easy to height adjust it correctly. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 22, 4, 6, 8, 32, 4, 6, 8, 42, 4, 6, 8, 52, 62, 4, 6, 8, 72, 4, 6, 8, 82, 4, 6, 8, 88. Perfect. All right, let's excuse me. We'll test this in a minute. I have to find this thing. I could have sworn. What did I do with this stupid ass OLED? It was all ready to go. And why did I not put it in a place that I'd remember it more easily? That's the real question. By the way, you guys like my collection of knobs that I've already got going here? Yeah, not this one. Here, there's one that I already have the pins soldered into. It's like ready to just be soldered back into the board, and I don't know where it's at. And I'm trying to remember where I put it. I couldn't find the damn rotary encoders, and they were sitting in this knob thing right there. So that's all right. But how nice is this? Purple and white. It's gonna look real good. Alright, give me one more minute here. I need these for later. Oh, I printed the diode benders. These are awesome. Super lifesavers. Highly recommend those. This is stupid. And what's gonna happen is I'm gonna build this, and then I'll find the stupid OLED like later. I just don't know where I put it. That's so strange. And I'm usually like really good when I'm putting stuff like to the side, or like if I know it's gonna be dedicated for a build. That's just so strange that I can't find it. Oh well. That's right. Always have a backup plan, right? There it is. So what I'm going to do is I'll use these pins that originally were for the Elite C that I picked up for the Littlefoot. Here, I'm just going to use these, and what I'll do is I'll just cut this one, so there's 5 here. I'll just cut this one off. That would require my flush cutters. 1 second. There we go. So this should work. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'll take the shorter side and I'll slide the OLED on that, and then this should create no issues. Yep, and should be able to sit up perfectly, which is awesome. So let's do that. Let's solder this bad boy first. So Darth, when you're putting the pins on, I would just rest it sitting vertically. That's what I would do. Then you may have to bend just a little bit, but there we go. Perfect. Shoot there. All right, now I gotta figure out the height. And again, this is why I'm gonna probably offer like a little 3D printed, we'll call it a 3D printed stand holder support. But figure out how high this needs to be up in there. How much space do I have? Okay, that's not bad. Perfect. So I know this is the hardest part, and basically I want it right about there. So I need to figure out how to get this in the right way. I remember how I did it that one time. Could always use like some tape, I think. That might be the right move, is to use some tape. Or just do one pin and then tweak to my liking. There we go. And now there we go. Perfect. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Nice. Look at that. Solid. I think that's the fastest Ocean build I've ever done, period. And I've now built quite a few protos and rebuilt my own and that type, so. Don't want to over tighten these at all. Last thing I want to do is crack some polycarbonate. Yep, looks like those, looks like the threads in there stripped. That sucks. Just a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. I can still see them. I guess it's always a downside with PC, right? Is yep, it's stripped. Okay, fun. May be able to get that fixed later, but again, so I gotta be careful with the polycarb. I think we'll be okay though. Alright, now comes the fun part. one. And one more. I forgot how nice this board looks. So good. Alright. Put this down here. Pull out trusty old paperwork. Alright, I'm happy, no rattles. Most of these should be pretty close to what I need. I think most of the stuff that I was using is at the top when I pulled all the keys off. Is that what I was rocking? I don't remember. I always have to look. These icons, and I always forget where I put the keys on the board. Yellow, purple, green. Yep. Oh no, but that's right. On DSA they got swapped. Alt is green on DSA paperwork. So it's gonna feel weird typing on this because I've been split this entire week with the SP Mini. Get rid of these, don't need any of those. Everything else should be pretty straightforward. Anybody else still count across when they're doing their like QWER? Does anybody else still do that, or is it just me? Am I the weirdo? EXEVB. See, like that. That O seems loose. I'm glad I'm not the only one, Mac. Some of these are... I don't know if it's the alpaca stems or if it's the keycaps, but these are loose. Not like fly off the... well... close enough. Kaz alphas are a crapshoot, yeah. I still haven't used the Kaz yet. Need to get around to that still. Try one. I hear it's amazing once you get your combos right, or however you have it set up. excuse me. Yep. That's the fastest I think I've ever put that board together. Wow. Sorry about that, Static. Yeah, that sucks. Two ads is too many, probably. Like I said, I'm gonna go with the nice black and white knob tonight. Although, oh, that sits really high. I don't remember it sitting that high, but okay, sure. Unless you guys think I should do like green or purple, maybe, or even blue. What do you guys think? Well, I'm glad you don't care, Static. That's good. Purple doesn't really match. The greens don't. Blue, no. I think I should just stick with black and white. I think black and white's just kind of classy. What do you guys think? Always purple. Yeah, well, I use purple on the purple board. I'm surprised how high this is sitting. I mean, not that I truly mind, but... seems like it's sitting higher than normal. I gotta talk to Justin about this, because let me try a different knob. I think, yeah, Darth, I'd like to. Let me like, I know this one. Okay, yeah, I guess they just sit that high. Interesting. But yeah. Black and white's fine. I thought purple and white might look cool just to contrast that a little bit. There we go. Alright, let's double check everything works. And then I may look at... It's late. I may look at tackling the Littlefoot. We'll see. Alright, got light up on the OLED. Seems like it's sitting just a hair tall. Weird. And why isn't numlock showing that it's on? I think everything works. Awesome. Excuse me. Oh, you know what? So you guys can hear this. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, well that makes me happy. That sounds good. Let's put the pearl back up here. Uh-oh. Fallen purple ocean. There we go. Alright. That's exciting. I love this plate color. It came out really nice. Cat. Well, I will say the Royal was nice enough to put the markings for the diodes to where they actually, the orientation, so that's super helpful. But I always get nervous on Pro Micro builds. I always find a way to screw them up, always. So, not looking forward to this, but I definitely bought it because I got this awesome resin case. PCB was 148 ships, so 150 shipped. Already put the bump-ons on it, but pretty solid. The only thing I notice is there's a hair of warping on the bottom, so it doesn't sit perfectly flat. And I found out you need to, as Kane said in his interview with me, you need to have thicker bezels, and that includes the bottom. So this is a slightly thinner bezel on the bottom, so it created a little bit of warping, nothing major, but I can see it. The bump-ons kind of help for sure, but it exists. But I'm not unhappy with it by any means, and this looks awesome. This material, it's super smooth because I had it sanded and dyed. I'm really I'm happy with that. And then I got the plate in the purple because I thought it looked cool, looked kind of like laser, like whatever. Made the most sense to me. But I think I'm gonna do strawberries in here, like KTT strawberries. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. I haven't decided on a bottom layout yet, so like I said, I may just do the diodes tonight and call it a night, and then we'll go from there. But we'll see. See what we see where we end up. Plus, I don't have tape to hot swap the Pro Micro or USB-C or Elite C, whatever it's called. So, bit of a crapshoot here for sure. As I said, these 3D printed diode benders are awesome, except they're not quite the right length. So I actually end up doing about, I don't know, 5 or 6 at a time. That's what I found the easiest. Wow, this one's hard to tear. Okay. I don't even remember how many I need for this stupid build. What's it? 4 times 10. It's 40. 44 at the most. So 6, 11. That was a 5 count. Whoops. So wait, 6 and 12. 18. 24. 34. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. 40. Although I thought about doing the 7U across. What do you guys think? 7U on Littlefoot? Make it hard on myself? I think that could be fun. Purposely give myself a challenge. Oh, I'm doing this backwards. Son of a... there we go. me do these first. I don't know why this one's fighting me. Can we not? There we go. Nice. All those are bent. Tell, I don't even need the top. That's funny. There we go. Oh, I do need these two, don't I? So, Mech, how's your soldering going? Said you were soldering SMD parts or small parts? And I'm assuming the diodes go on top on the Littlefoot. Because the switch should still be able to sit next to it, right? And the plate over it? Yeah. Yeah, it shouldn't be an issue. Oh, I forgot these don't have pins, so we'll have to make sure they're in nice and straight. I wish that there was a better way to do diodes, but I also recognize that the only other way is to have an integrated MCU. So, can't win them all. You guys are still here, right? I know it's Wednesday. I know it's slow. Just curious who's still sticking it out with me. And I recognize I'm not as talkative tonight, so apologies. A couple of these look like different diodes. I don't know if I should be worried or not. Shouldn't matter. They just look a little smaller. Huh. Arch says present, thank you. I was just curious. Like I said, it's a Wednesday night. It's slow. I recognize that. East Coast gang, that's right. Hey, Annihilator, how are you? Nice to see you here. In case you don't know or you were late, I'm starting this Littlefoot build. I don't think I'll finish it tonight. And then tomorrow, I'm doing a space build. Someone from the 40s server sent me their space, so I'm good today. Better than I've been in the past couple of weeks, so that's good. I was expecting to stream yesterday. Yeah, I didn't feel up to it. Full disclosure, dealing with some mental health stuff and trying to feel better in general, so appreciate that. Feels like I am going through a semi-midlife crisis. I'll be 35 at the end of this month, and I don't know if I'm just feeling it or if I just don't like my job or what, but a lot of things seem very real and meh. So, trying to work through that. I will. Not too concerned. I know everybody deals with that in some regards. Anxiety, depression, all that fun stuff. But I'm reminded I gotta push forward and sell keyboard shit. Got a day and a half, not even, left on the Ocean. I actually don't know when Taylor's gonna cut that off either, so if you're still on the fence, if you're here hanging out in my stream and you're still on the fence, I highly, highly suggest you get in on it. Unless you're that tool on Reddit today who told me you didn't want it. And you can go pound sand. But that's only because his opinion was wrong, and he had to know it. And if you were just around while I did the sound test, those were linears on a brass plate, and they sounded just fine. So I'm not sure what that guy was smoking when he told me that linears sound like shit on a brass plate. But I guess that's what happens when you own a GMMK Pro. You become an idiot. Kidding. Kidding. Full disclosure. Is young yet. It is, I know. You know how midlife crisis when you hit 40 plus, it gets worse at that point. Yeah, well, like I said, just it feels like it. I know it's not really, but it feels like it. I think it's just because I don't like my job. I think that's part of the problem. I think the other part is just being older and dealing with that. And yes, the sound test did sound good, but I appreciate the appreciate the comments, Annihilator. It's true. I know I shouldn't complain, and it is young. It just doesn't... Sometimes it feels like things are hauling ass, you know? Especially because I got the kid, and it's like, slow down just a little. Try and savor everything. Try not to be dead and in the grave yet, you know? It's weird, too, when, like, 20 seems like so far away, like it was, but in reality, it wasn't. It just feels that way. But I read something that neuroscientists believe that things seem to go faster when you're older because you're in more of a routine and there's less novelty to a lot of your daily activity as there was when you were younger, which makes a lot of sense when you think about it. I actually like that explanation. I thought that was pretty cool. guess I don't. I guess this diode covers both switches. That was smart. 12-year-old right now. It's crazy, right? They grow so freaking fast. You know, for as much as Royal screwed up by not providing the avenue and just disappearing, man, he was freaking smart. I hope he comes back one day. I think a lot of people would forgive him if he could get the boards out or get money refunded. Either one. I think a lot of people would forgive him because he was good for our community. Smart dude. Speaking of mental health. I hate diodes. I hate them so much. It's just time consuming, considering that Ocean build went by in like 40 minutes, not even. So I gotta figure out what's going on with this knob. It's bothering me how high it's sitting on the Ocean. And like I can see the gap in the PC. I don't know, maybe I'm just being like overly critical, but... Oh, mute works. That's good to know. And then I have its mute and scrolling. I need to fix that. What? I feel like those two functions should not go together on the same knob. The real question is how many are you going to use the knob to use mute on like work meetings and stuff? Just mute yourself with the knob. That's pretty sweet. What's the Loft keyboard, Arch? I don't think I ever heard of that one. Two, three, four, five, six. Dude, if I ended up with the right... Oh, no, 7. Okay, I was one short. I wasn't sure if I would be or not. I'm one short. Son of a bitch. Awesome. I'll check out that link in a minute. Is it ortho? I don't do a lot of ortho. This is like... Doing the Littlefoot is rarity for me. Ortho good. Ortho's okay. I don't hate ortho. I'm not stagger only. I just prefer stagger. Personally. Come on. Come on. This is why I hate diodes. This is the most exciting part of a build, right? Diodes. Yep, one short. Look at that. Perfect. Should put these back now. Need more diodes as far as I know. right. I think that's all of them. Yep. All right, let's do some quick soldering. And then I'm probably going to call it after this. It's getting late for me. I'm an early bed person now. I feel like an old guy in that regard. And y'all can laugh all you want about that, but... There we go. You know what, let's do the square pads first. They're the easiest. I have to change the station for tomorrow. Can't do this jazz stuff. I get it, it's like lo-fi, but it's almost too soft for me. There we go. What's up, Sofa? Yes, Littlefoot. Decided to at least get the diodes in tonight. Maybe tomorrow, picking up the rest of it. Just trying to knock out some of the tedious stuff tonight. Split ergo's better. Yeah. Split ergo's not bad. I do miss my corns. Those were good. Sophie, you missed my speed run of the ocean build. I think in total 40-ish minutes, something like that. And that includes like 5 minutes of fucking around trying to find a OLED. Oh yeah, new PB. Yeah, that's what it feels like. New personal best. That's right. Just miss one. That's the other thing I hate about diodes. I always tend to like miss one at some point. Something. Yeah, same. Just go row by row here because we're ortho. Just make sure I have 2 solder points on everything. It looks like I do, which is awesome. Yeah, cool. What do the kids say nowadays? Easy peasy lemon squeezy? Or is that just me? Trying to get stabbed with these diode ends. Yep. Nice. So tomorrow, I'll, if you didn't see the case sofa, tomorrow I'll do the switches and Pro Micro. I don't have all the stuff to hot swap the Pro Micro down here tonight. Otherwise, I would probably do that as well. I say Pro Micro. It's an Elite C. But yeah, I'm excited for this build. It looks nice. The case is super nice for a resin case. That came out really well. Thank you, PCBWay. Can you sponsor me, please? And the switch plate is also resin too. So resin on resin. I think it'll look cool. I'll probably end up putting Nautilus on it, honestly. I think that's probably just the best bet. But looking forward to trying ortho again. Looking forward to trying combos. I think combos will be good. I haven't done that. That'd be a good fit for sure. Yeah. That, oh, excuse me, that blue is, God. The blue is just kind of perfect for it. But like I've got my little gold pins for the hot swap, so that'll be fun. But yeah, I think, like I said, tonight I'm gonna take it easy. Did the speed run of the Ocean, got the diodes in there and soldered, so I'll cut those later. And tomorrow I'll pick it up. I've got the Littlefoot build. I'll finish that, and then we'll do the space, which that looks interesting. I'm excited to build that. So 2 ortho boards for sure. For KL combos for enter on my other boards. Yeah, that's what I'm excited for too. And like I said, the space is someone from the 40s Discord. It's their board, so I'm just building it, but it'll give me a chance to try it. That'll be kind of cool. And if I'm using combos on this, then use combos on space, maybe set it up that way, but also give myself time to test the PCB and make sure everything works, which is exciting. I have not looked at the case. I don't know what color it is, so everything will be kind of a surprise tomorrow, which should be kind of neat too. I think that'll be fun to do on stream for sure. So, but anyway, thank you guys for hanging tonight for about an hour and a half. Apologies for the first 5 minutes of muted sound again. I always do that. Tomorrow I'll be aware and unmute before we start. But thank you so much, and appreciate it. This recording will be up later. And you guys have a wonderful night. I'll see y'all.